friends, it's Nerderinos here, and it's nice to see you. It's been a little while. What have I been up to? I've been in my 4th lockdown here in Melbourne, Australia. It's been very hard for businesses. I work in a comic book store, but we have very nice customers that are supporting us. We love them a lot. I love them a lot. They keep me employed and keep me happy. I've been roller skating a lot. You could follow my roller skating Instagram here, and I learned how to do a 180 off a curb, and I feel like I'm at the point where I'm going to try and slide on my skates. You know how you go like, pee-pah, like this? I feel like I'm nearly at that point where I'm just going to try it. If I die, I die. I died trying something new, so that's fun. And I've been doing what I always do, and that's reading comics. A lot of comics, but it's been so long since we've talked about comics, there's a lot to get through, like single issues, trades. Ooh, I went on a bit of a binge read there with that one, but that's okay. We'll have a good time. We'll talk about comics and have a little catch up. First comic we're going to talk about is Orphan and the 5 Beasts by James Ticko. It's out from Dark Horse Comics. You can get issues 1 and 2 now, or you can wait for a trade. It's only a 5-parter, so that's not too long. Maybe 3 or 4 more months. You can read it in one big go, but highly recommend it. It's probably one of my 2 favourites that I've read since we last talked. So I'm not aware of James Ticko. I'm only aware through my husband, Liam, who loves his Godzilla Half-Century War, loves his art. It's all about tiny details, little tiny scales, and things hanging off characters and weird creature designs. So that's what it's all about. This comic, Orphan and the 5 Beasts, follows a warrior who's been tasked with kind of traveling the lands to find these 5 beasts, these 5 crazy beasts that have ultimate power, and they must bring them down. Okay, and that's the concept. It's not too big a concept. We can follow along. But the most amazing part was when I was reading this comic thinking this is a man, and then it's revealed that this is actually a female warrior, and that just flipped my lid. I couldn't believe that they were able to draw and make me think that this is a genderless character, that someone could fight and train, because you never see that in movies. It's always men, so that was really, really rad for that. Not really a reveal, it's just you see their face and it's a woman and you go on with your business. But for me, I didn't go on with my business. I went, this book kicks ass, and then I kept reading. So that's a good time, right? But what is also a good time is a character called Thunder Thighs. I'm trying not to give too much away, but I have to tell you about this character, okay? So Thunder Thighs is exactly what they are. There's this massive dude with a beard, and he has these massive thighs, and he crushes horses with them. And the warrior must go up against Thunder Thighs. That's their actual character name. That's all I'm telling you. If I tell you any more, it's going to ruin it. But please read this book. It's hilarious, incredible art, really cool colouring, actually, now that I think about it. And it's a warrior woman. Do it. Let's talk about the new girl on the block. It's Wonder Girl. This is a new ongoing series from DC Comics. This character, Yara Flora, spun out of the Future State kind of mini event that happened from DC Comics. This was one of the only good books to come out of that. It was a bit messy, but it was fun to see something new from DC. So Yara Flora is a warrior woman, and she's come to Rio de Janeiro to learn more about her past, who she's going to be in the future. She's making new friends. We're seeing, hopefully, some eternal friendships, which I always love. And yeah, it's written and drawn by Joelle Jones from Catwoman fame. Really, really popular series. And that's all I can really tell you about it, because it's only had 1 issue. But have a look at this. That's amazing. We've got everyone thinking about Yara Flora at the same time. That's why all the heroes are there, but it's just a stunning piece of art. And it's cool that it's written and drawn by the same person, because then it has a really clear direction. It's not, you know, 2 people pushing their ideas together. It's one person that just knows this character and wants to take him on a journey. And it's very rare. And it's very rare that it's given to a female. So that's really exciting. Wonder Girl, issue 1 is out. I've already bent the corner. I am a trash human. This is my first time picking up a comic from Vault Comics, I think. I can't think of another title I have. It's called Witchblood, and it's by Matthew Ehrman and Lisa Stirl, but I want to give a massive shout out to the colorist on this comic, who has done an amazing job. Look at that coloring. Look at that amazing burst of color. You just never see that nowadays, and that's what really made the book for me. And their name is Gab Contreras, so thanks, Gab. It's really good. And the story is really fun as well. We're following Yona, who is a witch. Not just a witch, she's a teal-haired, leather jacket-wearing, motorbike-riding witch who is traveling across the south of America and seeing these people called the Hounds of Love, who are motorcycle riding southern vampires. And I can hear their voices as I read the comic, and they're battling for control of magic pretty much, and looking for covens. That's what these vampires are doing. They're looking for witches, and the witches are looking for vampires, and there's fairies, and it's just so fun. And it's not like a fantasy book where it's set in the forest and everything's la-di-da. It's like Harleys and people exploding, and it's not graphically violent or anything, but it's really action-packed and fun, so I highly recommend it. Please check it out. It's from Vault Comics. It's called Witch Blood. I'm reading Nightwing for the first time. I've never read it before. It's very exciting. It's by Tom Taylor, who is a delightful person I've met many times, and I'm very thankful that they're in the industry trying to make some changes. Thank you very much, Tom Taylor. Has the most amazing art by someone I am unaware of called Bruno Redondo. Never seen their art before. It is some of the most stunning art I've seen come out of DC ever. Ever, to be called, but I'm stating it. And I'm enjoying the comic so far. I don't want to tell you too much, but I'll tell you what it feels like. So it feels like a very human character, like someone, their actual job, if I knew them in real life, is to be Nightwing, not someone that's trained really hard or done all this crazy shenanigans. It feels like someone I would know, and therefore I feel more emotionally connected to them. I can see their struggles, I can see their friends. He's hanging out with Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, having chats. He has a doggo, he's helping his local community, getting them food, and things go wrong there with a guy that's kind of stealing hearts, like literal hearts, so it's a little bit crazy, but for the, outside of that, I feel really connected to the character straight away, which is really, really rare for someone, like, I don't know Nightwing at all, really. It also has really funny moments and sarcastic moments, and I'm sure for people that know the history of Nightwing and all the Robins and stuff, I don't. Like scenes like this where they're fighting each other. Sorry if I spoiled this a bit, but it's really fun, and discussing the, like, previous Robins and stuff. I think if you are a really big fan of Batman, you'll enjoy that as well. I didn't quite get the jokes, but someone explained them to me and I got it. So yeah, really, really fun. Obviously Tom Taylor has a really good knowledge of the Bat universe, so I think that's going to come into play here. So a really good beginner book if you know nothing about Nightwing. Like, I knew nothing. It was really easy to read and I could follow it perfectly, so highly recommend. And the first 3 issues are out now. And I also bought a variant because I couldn't help myself. See how I've put them back here? Don't judge me, but I'm wearing a onesie on the bottom with a shirt over. Okay, so you're gonna see it. Look at this beautiful variant of them climbing up the wall. I have the toy from Batman 66. I really love Batman 66. That's my jam. Of all the different Robins that turn into Nightwings. Look at this ponytail climbing up the wall to Barbara Gordon. I just thought that was really cool. Now, because I enjoyed that, I thought I would check out Tom Taylor's Suicide Squad. Really enjoyed the Birds of Prey movie, and I've been thinking about that a lot, and then I got really excited about the new Suicide Squad movie, so, it was a good combo, a good thing to do. So this is by Tom Taylor, as I said, with art by, hang on a minute, the art's by Bruno Redondo. They've worked together before. I learned something in my own video. No wonder I love the art in this as well. So the concept of Suicide Squad, if you haven't seen the movie, is about people that are naughty, so mostly villains, that have chips put in their head, and they're told if they don't do what the government tells them, and it'll shorten their sentence because they're all in jail, that they'll explode and die. So they have to do, they're literally forcing them to do labor, dangerous labor. It seems like a weird concept, but that's the concept of the book. I really, really love Tom Taylor because he's pushing to have representation in comics, representation on the LGBTQI plus scale, which has a wonderful relationship in this, and you get to see it bloom, and it's just magic, and you see some history there. Great representation. The art is really cool because it's Bruno, and I didn't even realize. Wow. There you go. So if you enjoy books about people exploding, people redeeming themselves, well, not redeeming, actually, he tries to redeem, doesn't quite get there, Deadshot. Yeah, people exploding, redemption, cool art, lots of action scenes, lots of silliness. There's so many puns and one-liners and craziness, but also a lot of heart and a lot of thought has gone into this comic. It's not just, biff bam kapow. There's a lot of heart in this comic, so it's a really good read. I read it over 2 days, which is very rare for me. It usually takes me a long time to read trades because I get sidetracked, but yeah, Highly recommend it. Really, really fun book. The last comic I'm going to talk about is just amazing, and I really recommend you read it and give it some more thought. It's called Barbed Wire. Okay, now you're all going to be like, Barbed Wire. Yes, it is a movie starring the one and only, the stunning and amazingly funny and talented Pamela Anderson, right? So this all started because we watched that movie, and it blew my mind. The opening scene is Pamela Anderson stripping, being cool, and she picks up her stripper heel and throws it at a dude's head. Baka! Hits him right in the head. Amazing. And all through the movie, dude's like, hey, babe. And she's like, don't call me babe. Don't call me babe. Bam! Amazing. And there's a scene where she flips over a table, and the table falls over, and she's like in these massive high heels, bam, 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 shooting guns. It's amazing. It is the most empowering, wonderful movie. Anyone that says it's for dudes is stupid. There's amazing action scenes, like actual stunts on top of cranes. Rewatch the movie Barbed Wire and think about it as an amazing feminist movie, an amazing action movie, and it will blow your mind. Okay? I will fight you to the death on that. Anyway, got really obsessed with Barbed Wire. It's all I've thought about. I bought the very first appearance of Barbed Wire. I just wanted to read everything about them. I love the character so much. She's so rad. I love her sassy outfits and her attitude and how strong she is and how respected she is from everyone. All the dudes, are all really trying to impress her because she's the one with the power. It's flipping awesome. Barbed Wire. You can get it in an omnibus. This is still out. This is every issue of the original series. And then there was like a bit of a mini-series with art by Adam Hughes. I'm not sure who wrote it. I haven't got that yet. There's 2 volumes of that. But this is real 90s. Okay? It's real 90s art. And it follows Barbed Wire, who owns a bar. And she's also a killer for hire. That's it. And it's the future. And I like people that ride motorbikes this month, apparently. It's not something I want to do, but look at this. Look at this, she's being thrown pia by a cowboy. It's so fun, it's so trashy, and there's lots of like cool explodey sound effects. Look at this, bring the phone ringing, she's like playing with cards. Guys, just watch Barbed Wire and read Barbed Wire, that's it. There's nothing too much to it. It's an action film, and it's fun, and I love it. I pretty much just use this as an excuse to tell you to look at Barbed Wire. I didn't review the comic at all. That's fine, it's my video, I can do what I want. So some good news, the sun is out, which means I can go roller skating finally. It's been raining all night, so hopefully it's not too slippery, but it probably will be, and I'll probably stack it, but that's okay, because I have a big bum. I hope you guys are okay. I'd love you a lot. Let me know what you're reading in the comments down below, and for you Melbourners, what did you get up to in your 4th lockdown? 4 lockdowns, my goodness, what a time we're having. Anyway, I love you all. Stay safe, stay well, keep reading, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Bye!